Once upon a time, in an ancient Arabian city, there lived a man whose whole life was filled with nothing but hardship and misfortune. No matter how hard he worked or what effort he put into something, his life never seemed to improve. He remained poor, friendless, and alone. One night, while he was walking home from work, he saw a bottle lying on the ground at the corner of two streets. It was made of pure gold and jewels, and although it was old, its beauty was still evident. Curious, he picked it up and rubbed it with a cloth until it gleamed like a mirror. As he did so, he heard a voice boom, "Greetings, Master. I am the most powerful genie in the world, and because you have freed me from my prison, I am yours to command." Overjoyed, the man asked for a kingdom with all the riches and luxuries it could bring, and with a wave of the Jinn's magic, his wish was granted. He became the most powerful ruler of a great kingdom, living in a magnificent palace surrounded by countless treasures and loyal servants. But despite having everything he ever wanted, the man found himself more unhappy than before. All the riches and power couldn't fill the void of loneliness inside him. Every night he would lie in his massive bed, surrounded by women of unparalleled beauty, yet he couldn't sleep. The faces of his wives swam before his eyes, their soft whispers seeming like a mocking chorus to his misery. One day, he decided to take a walk in his vast gardens. When he came across an old, weathered hut, he approached it cautiously, half expecting to find a beggar or a hermit living there. But when he knocked on the door, a beautiful young woman opened it. Her face was so lovely that the king stood mesmerized, forgetting why he had come to the hut in the first place. When he finally found his voice, he stammered, "I was just passing by and couldn't help but marvel at your extraordinary beauty." The woman smiled, her eyes twinkling with mirth. "Why do you stand there awkwardly admiring my beauty when you can admire my garden? Come, walk with me among these flowers and let us enjoy the pleasant afternoon together." She then led the king through the garden, pointing out various flowers and herbs, their colors and fragrances filling the air. After some time, the king broke into a smile, feeling lighter and happier than he had in years. He realized that this woman had a magical effect on him, soothing his troubled mind and bringing him joy. At the end of the garden, they sat down on a nearby bench, and the king, emboldened by her enchanting presence, confessed his undying love for her. The woman listened patiently, her gaze fixed on the flowers before her. When he finished, she said softly, "You flatter me, kind sir, but I am just a simple village girl. How could you, a powerful king, consider me as your wife?" The king, however, was not deterred. He declared his eternal love for her, promising to give up his kingdom and treasure for a chance to be with her. The woman looked up, her eyes shining with amusement. "Very well," she said, "but you must swear to me that you will never, even for a single moment, regret trading your kingdom for me." The king swore to this with an oath, and at that very instant, the genie appeared before them, his form towering and menacing. "Master," he boomed, "you have broken our contract. You were supposed to remain in your palace, enjoying the riches and power I bestowed upon you." The king turned to the woman, his eyes wide with fear. She calmly met his gaze and whispered, "Do not worry, my love. Everything will be all right." Then she turned to the genie and said, "Powerful spirit, you tricked my lord into making a deal with you by hiding your true form and whispering sweet promises of power and wealth. But now that he has chosen to leave all that behind, you must honor his wish." The genie roared in anger, "You foolish mortal, do you think I would let you go so easily? I will take back what is mine by force." And with a wave of his hand, he vanished, leaving behind a thick cloud of smoke. Suddenly, the king felt his body growing heavy, his limbs aching as if he had carried a great burden for many years. His fine clothes were replaced by coarse rags, and the majestic palace he had grown accustomed to became a distant, painful memory. His wives, once symbols of luxury and pleasure, faded from his sight, replaced by the humble village girl who stood beside him. He stumbled, unable to comprehend what had happened. The village girl rushed to his side, her touch gentle and reassuring. "My love," she said softly, "it seems the genie has returned you to the state you were in before I met you. But remember your promise. Are you not happier now?" The king looked into her eyes, the memory of his former life, a hazy dream. He knew that despite the hardships and poverty that lay ahead, he was happier with her than he had ever been in his luxurious palace. Taking her hand, he vowed to cherish her for the rest of his life. The genie reappeared, his face contorted with rage. "So, you have chosen her over your kingdom," he snarled. "Very well, I shall grant you your wish. but know that you are giving up unimaginable power and wealth for a mere village girl." With that, he waved his magic wand and disappeared. And as quickly as the king had lost his kingdom, it was restored around him. But there was one crucial difference. Now, he ruled not as a selfish and lonely monarch, but as a benevolent leader who valued the happiness and well-being of his people. His advisors, once sycophants and courtiers, were replaced by wise and honest men who served with integrity. His treasury, once filled with gold and jewels, now held provisions and resources for the poor and needy. His palace, once a symbol of luxury and excess, became a center of learning and culture. Years passed and the king grew old, but his heart remained young, for he had found true happiness with his village girl, who had become the most influential and beloved queen in the kingdom. Their love story became a legend, reminding everyone in the kingdom that true happiness comes not from wealth or power, but from love, kindness, and wisdom. And so the tale serves as a reminder for those who are tempted by the allure of power and riches for it. Shows how true happiness can be found in the simplest of things, if one only has the courage to choose it. And now, dear listeners, I want to hear from you. What do you think of the Arabian Jinn who traded power for a soul? Did the king make the right choice? And what lessons can we learn from his story? Share your thoughts below. Also, please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the tale and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any future uploads. Your support means the world to us, and we're so grateful to have you in our community. But our journey doesn't end here. If you want to continue exploring the enchanting world of tales and stories, we invite you to follow us on social media where we share even more magical content. Just search for us on social media platforms and join us in our vibrant community. That's right. By following us on social media platforms, you'll gain access to a treasure trove of surprises. It's like stepping into a secret garden where the magic of storytelling comes to life. So dear listeners, the time has come to say goodbye. But before we part ways, I urge you to follow us on social media and visit our website. It's a place where imagination knows no bounds, and where you can become part of our ever-growing family of storytellers and adventurers. As you step into this new realm of possibilities, know that you'll always have a warm welcome waiting for you. Our community is a place where story lovers like you come together to celebrate the magic of tales. So don't hesitate, follow us and let the adventures begin.